Hello, how you guys doing? We are here for another episode of Open Minds to Open Hands, the uncut, authentic, and raw version of my talk show. I'm going to bring on the stage the one and only Jennifer. Jennifer, how are you today?
I am wonderful. Thank you.
So glad to have you on my show. Oh my God, I am over the moon.
Well, come on over. I love the moon, so I'll catch you on this side.
Well, today we're going to talk about unshakable healing and growth. We're going to have an amazing tips and tricks for you, beautiful viewers. So get your pencils, your notebook ready because we're going to drop the golden nuggets. So, Jennifer, this is the time when I'm going to give the camera and the camera is shining. And you please have your introduction.
Yes, my name is Jennifer Rogers, just around the corner from Coach Eve in Oklahoma in the United States. So, we can just hop on over anytime to Scotland and see each other. I am a Reiki Master of Usui Reiki and Karuna Reiki, a clairvoyant, a guide, if you will, and an all around lover of energy and healing and space and creation and just building confidence in you as you walk your journey.
I love it. I love it. I love it. Thank you so much. And we have a couple of viewers here. Thank you so much for tuning on our live stream. Like I said, my show is raw, authentic, and uncut version. So whatever we spill, anything we spill, it goes. So
It goes.
I have to have a couple of sips of my tea, and let's crack on. I always like to have some personal informations from my wonderful guest. So tell me, what made you to come up with your business name? I love the name Ukiyo. Can you tell us a little bit about that?
Okay, so you want to start with Ukiyo. Yes. So Ukiyo is a Japanese word, and I chose that in honor of Reiki, which really was the kickstart to my healing journey. And after practicing for a couple of years, decided I wanted to launch a business and provide a space for others to come in and maybe it wasn't a healing path they were on. Maybe they were just looking for some peace, calmness, some relaxation. And so I really, put thought around how can I create that for them. And so the word Ukiyo really means floating worlds. If you're familiar with Japanese art, it's actually an art form, but it also extends to the meaning of just being present in the moment and letting go of the bothers of life. And that's what I want my clients, my friends, my family, anybody that gets with me to feel like you're just present here and everything else is to the side for a moment.
Thank you. Wonderful. Not
Yeah.
yes. Thank you so much for sharing that. Well, it is a reason why I choose the word unshakable healing and growth, because the way I see you and many people are seeing you, it is a person who is rock solid, unshakable, who is overcoming every situations and obstacles in life. Can you tell us about what the word unshakable means to you?
That's a great question and one that makes you dive in. So let's go right in. So unshakable doesn't mean unbreakable, right?
You're right.
Think about earthquakes. You think about, for those of us that are in Oklahoma, the tornadoes. Things get shaken up. They may break, they may crack, they may become unoriginal. They're no longer the way they were. But that doesn't mean they're non usable. It doesn't mean they're non functional. It just means we change the lens that we look at them and we keep moving forward. And if
Mm.
it's something that I can't use anymore, it's time to get rid of it. And so some of those things that we don't use anymore are those limiting beliefs, those I can'ts, or no one's ever shown me how. So it's removing those barriers and It's becoming unshakable in the new trust of yourself that this is the path I'm going in. My confidence is unshakable. My words are unshakable. I'm now unshakable.
I love it. I love it. I love it. Thank you so much. We're going to step into the next phase, healing. Because
Mm.
healing, it is, I think, a very crucial step towards our growth. Without healing, without fixing up yourself, I'm not talking about patches and plasters. I'm talking about deep healing and the type of healing you can create for your clients. And my beautiful viewers, um, I want to highlight all of that modalities, and you are using different modalities and different techniques to really tap into that through very, very personal healing. Can you tell us about what kind of modalities you use to reach the healing, what your customers and clients and our viewers can hear it?
Absolutely. And I love this is my favorite thing talking about. And so I do have several modalities that I practice in Reiki, as I've mentioned, sound therapy, so tuning forks, sound bowls. We do tapping. I offer affirmations because there's power in words, right? There is coaching that I offer because sometimes you just need that extra support.
Yes,
I do breath work. There's not much I don't do. Tarot and oracle readings, really just dipping into that energy space of where you, the client, is. Because of all the modalities that I have, when we're visiting in our discovery call, you may not need all of those. You may need only one or two. Or it may be we need to, like you said, crack it open, work a little bit and move forward. So I also practice with clearing chakras. I'm crystal and chakra certified. So there's so many things that we can get into the certifications of, right? But the most important thing is taking that time with you as a client, hearing you, seeing you, feeling you where you are, and then putting your needs ahead of anything else and really offering that service of healing. And I will be honest with you, Eve, one of my most favorite things to do is to do distance Reiki.
I love that. I love that.
Oh,
That's my next question. Go
go,
ahead.
go.
Yes, I was amazed and floored away because the experience, I myself had the privilege, my beautiful viewers, to have one of the sessions, the remote Reiki healing session with the wonderful Jennifer. And you know what? Like all of you, you might be so skeptical about it, and you do not know what is the outcome and how what kind of benefits you can have after a session like that. I'm telling you, I was over the moon because I did not believe this could happen. I remember you said, like, while the session was going on, and she just said she's in Oklahoma, and I'm all the way here, is sunny Scotland. So it is a quiet distance there, and it's working. I was so tensed. My whole body was very, very, very tight. I'm going to share some personal news with you. I am recovering from a major injury. I had a very, very serious surgery on my left leg and knee. So imagine all the muscles and all the ligaments were so tight. And can you imagine while the session was going from Oklahoma and reaching through this whole energetic field, my body here in Scotland, and she can pick up all of the things what's going on with my body. It's mind blowing for me. So tell us a little bit about how actually the remote Reiki healing works. Thank you.
You are welcome, and thank you for sharing your experience with your viewers and listeners. That is just confirmation that energy is shareable no matter where we are. And the first thing it starts with, Eve, is intention. What is the intention? And so I treat those of you that are receiving distance Reiki just as if we were in person with each other no matter where we are. And so I don't like to ask a whole lot of questions because I want to dip into that energy field and what we say clean energy, right? So let what needs to come up come up. And I may ask a couple of questions, what do you want to work on? Do you have a mantra and affirmation, a Bible verse that resonates with you that I can repeat during the session? Because that's important to pour back into you what lights you up or what fills your cup. So for distance specifically, I don't do it over Zoom. I don't do it over Facebook Messenger. It literally is a block of time. So we agree on a time, and let's say it's 9 to 9:30. So from 9 to 9:30, you will be at home in your space, in your place of comfort, and you can sit, you can lie, put music on, if you have a blanket you want to use, whatever it is that brings you comfort. On my side, I connect with you energetically through Reiki, through symbols, and then I just listen for the messages to come. And you heard me say I am clairvoyant, not only clairvoyant, but clairaudio. I can feel. And so for you, Coach Eve, continuing with your example, I could feel the tightness in my leg. And so I knew what areas of the leg to work on. There are times that an image will appear and I'll share that image back with you, the client, or there are words that may appear, statements. I've had family members come in and share something, and I've been able to pass that on with clients. So, the most important thing is what is your intention and how open are you
Mm.
being with me? Because if you're saying, yes, I'm open, but you're at home in your space and you're up cleaning and you're doing things and you're not dedicating your time to your energy in this field, then we're not going to have that great of a connection. But if you're present in your mind and body in that moment, and think questions are going to come up, just like Coach Eve said, I didn't believe it would work, but then I could feel my body relaxing. I could feel the muscles going. And I'll share this with you without sharing client information. I had a session yesterday, distance session, and I take notes during the session because the chances of me remembering everything that happened are slim to none. So I take notes and then I will share those notes with you. I'll take a picture. So after the session is over, I call you 1 minute after the session is over. So I ask you to set a timer and be ready for that phone call. And I always like to share first because it's important to me that I give to you what come through so that you know that it's authentic and raw, just like Coach Eve is saying about her podcast. I don't ever want you to feel that I'm just repeating something you've shared with me. So the client yesterday, we're working together, I'm taking notes, and I feel the need to get up and dance and sway and snap. And if you know me, that's not me. I'm not a dancer. I'm very, conservative, and I'm going to sit here and I may bop my head a little or whatever. But then this message came in and I wrote the words down. And when I shared that back with my client yesterday, she stopped and she said, there's absolutely no way you can know that. She said, I
Wow.
was saying that out loud to myself during our session, and there's no way you can know it. But I can know it. And the reason I know it is one, I'm very connected, and I'm proud to say that today. I am connected. And I will be able to connect with you as long as you are open and ready for me to do that.
Wow. 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 That's phenomenal. So, woo woo, woo woo, woo woo. I love to dance. I'm not like Jennifer. I like to dance, and I like
That's probably what happened to your knee. You were twisting and just.
yeah, on the Zumba class, I was doing my jumba 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 rare. I was doing my Zumba and I twisted.
Well,
Yeah,
come
I
to me.
love.
I'll keep helping you heal.
Yes, just like talking about dancing, I want to shout out to our amazing Sanat, our dancing queen from Diamond Beauty's community, because this is how the connection was made. And talking about connections, and before we're gonna really bring up the juicy stuff about well, we're gonna have a couple of new things. We have amazing events coming up, and we're gonna share two amazing events with you in a minute. But before that, I'm going to talk about a little bit about growth and friendship. And after that, we dive in of your amazing upcoming summit next year and my amazing summit, which is going to be literally 15 days or 18 days away, if I'm not mistaken, October 4th, 2025. So, talking about growth and friendship, I want to highlight this picture here, the Unshakable sisters. We have Portia and Connie and yourself on this picture. And actually, this picture was taken at the amazing retreat venue, what you're going to organize and put together. So, tell me about growth. What growth means to you?
Growth is summed up in that picture right there, Eve, with
Yes,
those connections. And Portia is another that I met through Diamond Beauties, through the amazing Mrs. Potts calls. I popped into her room one Saturday and we have been connected ever since. The connection with you, the deep connection I have with Krista Rose, with Cindy Eddington, with Robin Long. There's so many. Nicole Harvick. There's thousands of women I can name that we've connected. Gail, Christiana, Hanley, they just keep coming. And that's what growth is it starts in vulnerability and showing up and supporting. And this sisterhood that Portia and Connie and I have together started with me holding a 1 day retreat on 11/11. And if you know me, that is my number through the core, 11/11 of 23. So almost 2 years ago, I held a 1 day retreat and Connie came in as a vendor. And from that day forward, our friendship has grown. And we together developed or founded the Sacred Utori Collective, which you and I will talk about in a moment. And through our connection, I have a podcast as well. Connie was a guest on the podcast. I was able to introduce her to Portia, and now she and Portia have developed their own friendship inside of our group friendship. Portia
amazing.
is such a connector that she sees down the road and she can see the big picture when you yourself are struggling to see it. And so we were blessed at the Sacred Utori Collective to have Portia come in and do some recording for us, to be present for us, and to help build us up. And so, again, growth and just sharing with each other, sharing the vision, sharing the message, and then just sharing love.
Yes. I love it. I love it. Thank you so much. That is beautifully well said. And please, give it up. A big shout out to all the diamond beauties out there. And I wanted to highlight Susie because Susie is the one who actually connected me to all of you beautiful ladies. And shout out for Portia, the best producer ever. And we're going to actually go ahead and share that amazing video. So sit back. We're going to come back to the studio. Give me just a minute. My team is going to bring up the video. Here we go.
Hi, my name is Connie Walton,
And I'm Jennifer Rogers.
and together we are the co-founders of the Sacred Utori Collective.
Sacred Utori Collective invites you to come spend time with us March 2026 in this beautiful home in Broken Bow, Oklahoma. It's a retreat where you will find yourself in a quiet space with your soul sisters, reliving, replenishing, and reigniting your soul.
To find out more, visit our website at sacredutoricollective.com to snag your ticket to this beautiful retreat. It's a once in a lifetime and you don't want to miss it.
Wow, how cool is that? I love it. I
Her
love it.
skills are phenomenal. Portia's skills are phenomenal.
Whoop, whoop. Oh my God. We have Lee Rogers here with us. Just tell us more about your moon experience and how you connect with the energy.
Thank you, Lee, for a great question. And I say Lee, but this is my mother in law. And so thank you to my mom for being here and watching moon experience. So I will share this. And this is something that happened between Connie and I on the harvest moon, September of 2024. So just over a year ago. Connie and I together decided to do a moon ceremony, do Reiki with each other. During that ceremony, I was receiving Reiki from Connie and actually felt myself kind of step away for a moment and arms drawn up, just kind of lifting up. And Connie worked on me probably 30, 45 minutes. And she said,
Wow.
your arms are up, this whole time. And I could just feel this warmth in this embrace. And so what I've learned since then was something called drawing down the moon's energy. And so that was beautiful, but I've always been drawn to the moon. You can see it here behind me. I have tattoos of it. I've got a conversation coming up tomorrow around that. But connecting with the moon is important to me because we know it draws energy. We hear about people's behaviors changing. We hear about the tides changing. But what
Mm,
does it change in you?
exactly.
If you step outside under that moon, and you don't have to wait for a phase, you don't even have to know all the phases. Just do you feel that connection? And when
Mm,
you feel it, where do you feel it? Do you feel it in the heart? Do you feel, this gratitude? Do you need to sit? Do you need to stand barefoot? How do you connect? And so I love to connect by putting water out. I love to connect rainwater and then put that out under the moon. And then Eve knows me. We cleared space and shared some Palo Santo before we started. I take my moon water and I put it in a blue glass spray bottle. And I use this and I carry this in a bag with me and just to cleanse the energy around you. Okay.
mm,
It's brought in that power. But do it more than just your water. Think about your perfumes. Think
yes.
about your shampoos. So every time you're putting that in, you're drawing that energy in.
Wow.
So those are just a few of the things that I do. So great question. Thank you, Lee.
Thank you. Well, my beautiful viewers, did you had your notepad? Did you write it down? Write it down. Write it down. Thank you so much. That was an amazing question. Um, so before we're gonna jump on to my upcoming summit, give us a little bit of more information. Your next year retreat.
Our next year retreat, if I may start with the name Sacred Utori Collective. And so we all resonate with that sacred, right? We're going to be performing sacred ceremonies. The sisterhood that you build through the collective is sacred. But I want to talk about Utori. You asked me about Ukiyo and what that meant. And so Connie and I, very intentional when choosing the name and choosing what this retreat, and it's not just a one-time retreat. We have so much available for you. But I just want to share with you the definition of Utori, and that will give you a perspective of what you can experience. So it's
Yes,
intentionally
please.
slowing down to simply be, breathe, listen, and appreciate the beauty of nature and life. Consciously creating space to relax, reflect, and integrate rather than being constantly busy or rushed. And so that's what the rebirth retreat is about. And again, we're following the seasons. It's the first season of the year, at least on this hemisphere. So it's spring, everything's coming back to life. And we're doing that over 2 full days. And it's really geared to those high level CEO women who are operating in that masculine. We're sitting behind the desk, we're making those decisions. Coach Eve, you know the feeling. You're doing all the production, you're doing all the gathering, you've got your event coming. So I ask you, when was the last time that you yourself, Eve, took a weekend for yourself and let others pour into you and let you connect back to that feminine energy that you may not have known or felt for quite some time?
Hmm. That's a great question. I cannot think of that. Actually, it was last year, but I know when is my next one. Do you want to know? It's
I want
gonna
to know. Tell
be,
me.
it's gonna be May. It's gonna be May next year.
Right. And but this is a perfect example of why are we only doing this once a year?
Exactly.
Why are we giving all of our energy away and not
Mm.
pouring some of that back into us? And so that's what Connie and I have created at the Sacred Utori Collective. And you see my website here, or our website. I invite you to check it out, to join us. And we've got some amazing things happening over there. So come on in.
Thank you. Thank you. All the links are going to be shared in the comments for you. My team is going to drop the links for you. Uh, and now let's talk about that wonderful upcoming summit, this powerhouse, 12 powerhouses coming together, and we're going to work on you. They are amazing keynote speakers, healers, coaches who are gathering together just for you to create a true transformation in one day, 4 hours, fully packed, transformative event. So I'm so happy and so grateful to share the stage with you at the Inner Transformational Summit. Can you tell us a little bit about what you're gonna talk and what your speech gonna be at this wonderful summit?
Yes, and thank you for the invitation. I know it's been a long wait and it's just around the corner. So, October 4th is going to be here before we know it. And my presentation will be over tapping. You saw me do a little bit when I talked about the services I offer. And tapping is something that you may have heard of. You may see people do it every day. So, my question is, have you ever seen someone in a meeting and you may have seen them like this
Mm,
or like this? Are they thinking or are they tapping? And what's the difference? And so I'm going to share with those that come in what tapping is, teach you how to do it, show you how to do it, and then help you walk through it.
wow.
And that gives you power to take it every day with you.
Amazing. I can't wait. I'm telling you, I'm super excited about this event because this is not just like other events. And I have to tell you, our amazing keynote speakers, they walk through fire and they realize the pain on their own skin and they know how it feels. They live through it and they're going to come together to share that knowledge, that experience, and to give you the practical tools what you need, and it's just going to be phenomenal, a transformation, high vibes and high energies. Oh my god, I can't wait. I'm so excited. Before we go and we're going to end our podcast, I would like to ask you one question, and this is a little bit uh, personal in a way, and my viewers would like to know how you could imagine yourself at a younger age with the wisdom and the knowledge what you have today to overcome those teenager troubles. What is that first wisdom came to your mind?
Oh, Eve, that's a great question. And for those of you that know my story, know that I, like Eve said, have walked through fire and had struggles like many of you, though our trauma stories are not the same. We've all had them. So going back to me, it's listening to that inner voice,
Mm,
trusting. And when you hear that voice, and I'm not talking about your conscious talking to you, during the workday, hey, don't forget to get groceries on the way home, or, you've got this to do, or, this client's waiting on a return call. I'm talking about that higher self, you, talking to you, connecting mind to gut or intuition and following through and just laying full trust out, because we give our trust to others so easily, but we question ourselves. And
yes.
I'm challenging you to trust yourself first and foremost and lean in and go. Because if I had not done that at 8 years old, Eve, and the words that came to me was, do not go home. And I didn't. Had I not done that, I would not be the version of Jennifer sitting here with you today and walking the path that I'm walking.
Thank you for sharing that. Thank you. Thank you. So that's going to give us another episode to share the story. So here we go. Stay tuned. To be continued. The story to be continued. Jennifer, thank you so much for being here with us. Thank you for the beautiful viewers. We're going to close up with the last video. See you guys till next time. Bye.
Bye.
Hi, I'm Eve the First. You must heard about me. I'm here to take this opportunity to personally invite you to this amazing one-day event. We're bringing together 12 powerhouse warriors, coaches, to personally work with you and break free from overthinking, uncertainty, emotional or physical pain. This event is unlike other events. We are bringing music, dancing, breakout rooms, workshops, different modalities, different techniques what you can implement in your life and break finally free and unlock the possibilities. So 2025, limited spaces, so hurry, grab your spot today. See you there, October 4th, 2025.